to chat him? Oh, he got it.
Okay. All right. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, for a couple more minutes. It's still morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen and humans, to the 2022 Tony EEO Awards, where we recognize EEO champions, great and small, for their efforts to forward diversity, equity, inclusion, and visibility for marginalized communities, including that of CLIA. This ceremony and this award is sponsored by CLIA, the City of Los Angeles, LGBTQ+ Employees Association, CLEA, but you can call us CLIA. CLIA is proud to sponsor this event as part of our EEO program and diversity program. And I would like first to introduce myself. My name is Edward Stapleton. I am the president of CLIA. And I would like to introduce to you, first of all, our vice president of events, Christian Hermida. And Christian, if you would like to tell us a little bit about one of the CLIA events that's coming up in October.
Absolutely. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're all here. We all made it. Sorry about all the glitches. Want to thank each and every one of you for doing what you do for everyone in the community of the LGBT community and fighting for equality for everyone. It's something that is always there, that we need to knock down those walls and create that unity. CLIA is doing an event. We're doing an event October 22nd, 2022, and we're going to do a banner pop. So the banner pop actually is the largest flag in the world for the LGBT community. It's 30 feet by 48 feet long and wide. We are hoping to get the LAX Center to have the event. That is to be determined. However, it's a day that we have ourselves being seen and as LGBT people of the community. It creates the inclusiveness and the equality for everyone. But most importantly, it's the remembering of our brothers and sisters of the community that have been bullied and committed suicide, and making sure that they're not forgotten, and trying to break down those barriers of people discriminating against anyone. Nobody should be bullied, no matter about race, creed, anything like that, sexual orientation. And this is a way that we honor them and we remember them. And last year we had our flag pop, and it was very moving and very successful. So I hope that in the future, when we get that information out for that event, you all can join us. It'll be an awesome event, and it's a lot of fun, and to meet more people and to know that there's other people in the community and people that support the community, all the allies and friends. It's very important to have that foundation and that group for us. So thank you again for everyone joining today. Congratulations to the finalists, and let's see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christian. Once again, our Vice President of Events, Christian Hermida. Next, I'd like to ask our Vice President of Programs, Shamika Rochelle Wagstaff, to say a few words about our 49th birthday coming up this summer.
Good morning. It's still morning for 2 more minutes, everybody. Welcome to our CLIA celebration. I am happy and thankful to see each and every one of you. As Ed stated, we are going to turn 49 years old. Yay! CLIA was formerly known as Blue. I think we have a few members on here that might have referenced that or remembered that. But if you ever hear glue referenced in the city, it was what we were formerly called. We now come across as CLIA. But the reason that we get to claim 49 years of celebration is because of how long ago we were started within the city. And we were really left in 2019 with about one member standing. And then we turned into CLIA, and now we're constantly adding new members and moving forward and making a presence in the city. So we would like to welcome you guys all out either June 1st or 2nd for that celebration. We also like you to remember, although that we represent the LGBTQIA plus community, we are all inclusive and we welcome straight allies. We welcome everyone. So please come out and celebrate with us, and look for our advertisement or media, information in the city as it gets closer to June. And thank you. And I hope you enjoy yourself today. And also very big thanks to all of the finalists.
Thank you, Shamika Wagstaff, our Vice President of Programs. With that, you might be wondering why this event happens on January 20th, and that is in honor of Martin Luther King's birthday earlier this week, at least the day that we observe it. Martin Luther King was not a member of the LGBT community, but he was, without doubt, one of the greatest advocates ever for people of all marginalized communities, as a leader to lead us through what we all have to do to support each other, because every one of us has some dimension of our identity which identifies with some minority group. And the perception that if we're LGBT, if we should only fight for LGBT issues, that's not what CLIA is about. We are about being part of the greater effort of all the various different minority groups, all the different marginalized people, to work together to improve life for all of us, because we're all in this together. And Martin Luther King was one of the best examples, a hero that exemplified that concept. And so that's why we have this event this week. CLIA is proud to be a sponsor of it. We don't profess to be the owner, to be the only organization that should be recognizing EEO. And so today we are here to recognize EEO heroes, great and small, regardless of which community they might be an advocate for. Because when they're an advocate of any minority community, they're an advocate for us as well. Today's process, we had originally, we had over 24 people that have been nominated by various different members within CLIA. And today we are here to finalize that process. Out of more than 24 nominees, we have, I believe it's 12 finalists. We also happen to have 12 different categories in which we present awards. And so today we are here, and to some extent, I hope it's going to be a formality. We are here to announce who those the finalists are, and to request any last nominations from the floor. If you wish to nominate someone from the floor, the nominee that you're naming needs to be present so that they can orally accept the nomination. If they're not present, they can't be nominated. Following the close of nominations, the judges will move into a different chat room, breakout room, and will cast their ballots to confirm the finalists. And then following that, we'll have, and I apologize, I did miss a step in there. We will have the opportunity for every candidate or their representative to speak for 45 seconds to the group before we go into the voting. The voting should only take 2 minutes or so. And if you are not a judge, apologize that you won't be part of that. We will have Shamika will be working with you on something else she's prepared to do. And then we will come back out of that. We will swear in our new officers. Very grateful to City Attorney Mike Fuhr, who I see Mike is in the house. And thank you for joining us today. Mike will be swearing in the new officers. It should only take 2 minutes. And then we will announce the winners and wish everyone a wonderful afternoon and give you hopefully 30 minutes to eat your lunch before your 1 o'clock meeting. So with that, are there any nominations from the floor? Well, looks like Kelly Gomez is joining us now also. So are there any nominations from the floor for a nominee?
Can we nominate any category for anybody, or how does that work?
Well, you would, when you nominate someone, you state what category you're nominating them for.
I'm sorry?
If you have a do you have a nominee that you'd like to nominate?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Dr. Edward Stapleton for the EEO City Appointed for CLIA.
Well, thank you, Christian. Given that I'm the president and the chair of the process, I feel like I might have a little bit of a conflict of interest.
Oh.
So I will decline, but I am honored to have been offered the nomination.
Okay.
I will consider it sometime when I'm not the president any longer.
Okay.
Are there any other nominations from the floor? Second call. Any other nominations from the floor? Last and final call. Okay, so nominations are closed. Christian, or actually Shamika. Shamika, do you have? Can you read aloud the list of nominees? Can I delegate that to you on the spot since our?
Sure. Am I? Let's see if I can.
And I'll start out until you find it. For the EEO champion, federal elected, the nominee is Judy Chu, Congresswoman Judy Chu. For the federal private elected, the nominee is Sheldon Miller,
Okay.
board member of Los Angeles Federal Credit Union. Do you have the others, Shamika?
I see for the citywide elected is Mike Fuhr. Is that the roster that I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay, and let's see.
For
countywide elected was Jeff Prang.
Yes.
Okay. And county elected was Hilda Solis.
Yes, and we have her representative here, I believe somewhere.
Diana. Yes, and actually, those are the only ones I'm seeing. Or who are we missing?
Okay.
Let's see.
So for county, we already covered. Oh, for county-wide educator, we
Kelly
have David
Gomez.
Vela.
David Vela.
LA County Community District Trustee David Vela. For county educator, we have, actually, I believe Diana is here to represent for county educator. Am I correct, Diana?
We put Kelly Gomez in there.
Oh, Kelly Gomez.
Educator.
And she is here in person. Kelly, welcome.
Right.
Thank you for
Hi,
being
Kelly.
here.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Then for citywide elected, as you mentioned, we have City Attorney Mike Fuhrer.
Yes.
For city elected, we have Paul Koretz, council member in the
There we
5th
have it.
district.
Okay.
And then for member, we have
Christian.
Hermita Lutz.
Okay. Yes, I didn't go up a little bit on the page. So, okay.
Okay. And is there anyone else on the list?
Looks like that's it at this point.
And we had, okay, so we're good. So those are the nominees. With that, we'd like to give the opportunity for each nominee to speak for 45 seconds.
Okay.
And let's start with City Attorney Mike Fuhrer.
And thank you very much. I want to thank everybody at CLIA. It's a pleasure to be with you. And thank you for not only for your service to the community, but for emphasizing the importance of the LGBTQ community here in Los Angeles. Here in the city attorney's office, I'm exceptionally proud of our leadership nationwide on issues that I know you care about. Our office wrote the brief on behalf of hundreds of cities and counties across the country in the U.S. Supreme Court on marriage equality. We joined again with partners across the country to support rules that would prohibit anti-LGBTQ discrimination. In our own office, we continue to prosecute cases like cases involving a trans victim of a hate crime to demonstrate the importance of holding folks accountable when the community is in jeopardy. I'm proud that in our own office, on my watch, we created our first LGBTQ community organization, our affinity group, our pride group, because that's the value that reflects our office's most important ideals. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you. I know 45 seconds is expiring. Just want to say this is a privilege to have the opportunity to share a few minutes today. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. I'd like to follow that with the city elected, Council Member Paul Koretz, and then after that would be Jeff Prang.
Well, thank you so much, Ed. As I've embarked on my last year of my time on the LA City Council, this is one of the most personal and meaningful recognitions that I've been given, and I greatly appreciate it. More than 30 years ago, when I worked to help establish the city of West Hollywood and then served as council member and mayor there, the world looked very different. We lost hundreds of friends and acquaintances to AIDS, and the mere announcement of one's identity as lesbian or gay, let alone BTQI or A, was not only very lonely in coming out, it was potentially very dangerous. And don't ask, don't tell was a given in most workplaces other than the city of LA and city of West Hollywood. And that's why I worked my entire political career, not only to uplift the spirit of my LGBTQ brothers and sisters, but to ensure rights, equality, and safe empowerment for every individual, no matter how they identify, anywhere across the beautiful rainbow prism. And it's really been in the last decade that inclusion in employment means not just a lack of discrimination in hiring, but of equality and benefits across the workplace. We've come a long way, but we must not stop until we're sure that all Angelenos feel safe, appreciated, and empowered in their workplace, and are judged only for the quality of their work and not by how they self-identify or who they love. Thank you again, greatly appreciated. And thank you for all the amazing work this organization does.
Thank you so much, Council Member. Jeff Prang, followed by Kelly Goness. It looks like you're muted, Jeff.
Thank you, Ed, and thank you to CLIA for this honor. I'm really humbled to be acknowledged by an organization which I used to belong to when I worked for the city of LA back in the early and mid 90s when GLUE was still in its formative stages. I've been proud that throughout my life to be an activist in the LGBTQ community, and have had the privilege of being able to hold public office where I could actually have even more of an impact. I began my life in LA, marching in the streets when Pete Wilson vetoed AB 101, which provided protection and housing and employment. As a longtime mayor and council member of West Hollywood, I fought first for domestic partnership and marriage equality and transgender rights. And I still consider, even though I'm in a position which is not really closely associated with LGBTQ rights, I believe I have a responsibility as an out LGBTQ elected official to add my voice, to use my office as a bully pulpit to continue to advocate for those issues that are important for our community. But I want to thank Clea for the work that you do. It's vitally important in the city of LA and throughout the region. And I'm really, again, I'm just honored and humbled that to receive this recognition today. The assessor is not necessarily the first office you think about when you think of LGBTQ activism, but I'm pleased that that you sought me out and nominated me for this honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Kelly Gonez, followed by David Vella.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's so great to be with you virtually today. Thank you so much for this nomination. I am honored and I so appreciate all of the work that you all do. Nothing is more important than making sure that every student in LA Unified feels safe, supported, and affirmed in all parts of their identity, background, and culture, including our LGBTQ students. That is a value that has guided all of my work as a school board member and as board president. I've had the honor of working directly with LGBTQ+ students in my board district in the East San Fernando Valley and across LA Unified, along with Somos Familia Valle, on making our schools more inclusive and supportive places for our LGBTQ youth and ensuring that youth voice leads those efforts. The board passed a resolution I authored, developed in partnership with these students to revamp our training of staff, make gender neutral restrooms more accessible, combat bullying, and increase access to mental health, comprehensive sex education, and more for our students. I am so proud of the work that we have led together, and I look forward to continued partnership with our LGBTQ+ students, educators, and community organizations. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Let's see, then we have a couple of representatives. Robert, I apologize. You are representing whom?
Oh, I'm not representing anybody. I'm here with the assessor.
Okay, okay. And then Diana, you are representing Kelly, correct?
No, so I'm actually representing Supervisor Hilda Solis,
Oh,
who submitted a
beautiful.
video.
Yes. Yes. With our technical difficulties, since we're not able to play that video, would you mind to speak for 45 seconds on Hilda's behalf?
Yes, absolutely. I could actually try sharing the video if you guys like.
Sure. Let's try it.
And then let me know if you're able to hear an audio from her.
Affirmative.
Perfect. So I'm gonna play her video.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hilda Solis, Los Angeles County Supervisor representing the 1st District. I'm humbled to say that as a strong ally of the LGBT community, it is my honor to be nominated by Clio. The organization has advanced inclusion in employment and hiring practices at the city for many, many years, and it has provided a space for allyship and activism. At the county level, I have worked with various community organizations to elevate and center our LGBT residents. From expanding trans and gender nonconforming healthcare to enhancing services for LGBT foster youth, I'm committed to strong allyship through tangible policy actions. And I look forward to working with everyone here, including the many nominees who have been staunch advocates to advance a more inclusive and equitable Los Angeles County. Thank you so very much and take care.
Thank you, Diana, representing Supervisor Hilda Solis. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
I believe everyone has had an opportunity to speak who is a nominee. And what we'll do now is, once again, apologies. Our IT backbone has been compromised, so we're doing the best we can to get through this. We will be going into a breakout room in which we will have the final vote of nominees. Should only take about 3 minutes, and then we will be back In the meantime, it will be more efficient for us to place into the breakout room those individuals who are not judges. And so I'm not sure that Jeff is able to do that given the technical difficulties that we have. So I will do that personally. And the rule of thumb is that you are anyone who has paid their membership dues is entitled to vote. And given the history that we have with a number of the nominees, there won't be too many that are not entitled to vote. So Felipe, I believe you are a non-member, but have recently joined. We noticed that you paid your dues a couple days ago, so you are entitled to vote. Diana is not a member, so Diana will be putting you in the breakout room here. If I can figure out how to do that. So Diana, if you don't mind to accept the invitation. David Hirsch is not a member. And let's see. Robert Duarte. Okay, so each of you should have a invitation to the breakout room for David Hirsch, Diana, Felipe, and Robert.
Ed, am I still hosting them or?
Yes. Oh, Shamika as well. Yes.
Yes.
So Shamika's gonna
Everyone, I'll meet you in the
keep you
breakout
guys
room.
company there.
There is no invitation. I don't see an invitation.
Okay. I apologize, I haven't done this before. I was counting on Jeff. Let's see, open all rooms. Okay. So do you see an invitation now?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So that leaves us, and this part I have done before, so I'm not expecting to have any glitches. Thank God. Oh, we do have one more nominee, and that is in the category for private employer. That nominee is Harbor Breeze Cruises. They are a major supporter of CLIA. They donated $2,500 for this event, and that's not the only support that they provide. They are also very inclusive in their hiring practices for their business. So they're one of the nominees as well that you're going to see here on the ballot. And you'll have 60 seconds to select your vote for each of the 7 different categories that are on this particular ballot. After that, you need to hit the submit button. So 7 different categories to vote, and then the submit button. And you have 60 seconds to do that, starting now. You should be seeing on your screen a pop-up for the Tony O Champions 2021 for City and. Now it's working. And we have about 30 seconds left. Oh, about actually 15 seconds left. About 10 seconds left. So make your final choices and then you can vote for all 7. You can vote for none. You can pick and choose which you'd like to vote for. And we'll allow another 15 seconds. I forgot to say that you can vote for all 7 if you like. And it looks like we have two participants who have not hit the submit button yet. So we have 5 seconds left to hit the submit button. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that poll is over. And now we have a ballot for the county, state, and federal. And once again, we have multiple races on each ballot. This one, I'm adding a last minute nominee. Actually, that looks like it's going to be a mess. So we're just going to go straight into it. So state and federal. Are you guys seeing the poll as open at this point? Okay, let me relaunch it. So there are six races. You can select all 6. You can select your favorite 3. You can select your favorite 1, or you can abstain from voting at all. We need you to hit the submit button when you are finished. So we have 1 minute starting now. I have 40 seconds remaining. $25 seconds remaining. Three voters have not voted, or 3 judges have not voted yet. Please hit your submit button. We have 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the polling is closed. Okay, so very much appreciate that. Now let's see if we can get the non-judges, the non-voters back into the room here. And we'll do our swearing in. Close all rooms. Okay, so it looks like people are filtering back in from the breakout room. And we'll announce the winners in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, Did we lose Shamika? Looks like
No,
we may
she
have.
was, no, she was in the break room. And
Okay,
then
so
a thing popped up and said leave, and I clicked leave, and well, here I am.
okay, yeah, there's a timer on that, so it'll push her back in within. So Shamika,
Everyone's back.
okay. Okay, so everyone who was in the breakout room is back. Our newer officers that have not yet been sworn in are Christian Hermida Lutz, our Vice President of Events, Shamika Rochelle Wagstaff, our Vice President of Programs, and Jeffrey Buford, our treasurer collector and our IT guru. So the three of you will be sworn in, and we've asked City Attorney Mike Fuhr to do the honors.
Excellent, Ed. Thanks very much. So when I ask you to state your name, please do so, and then repeat after me. I, please state your name,
Shamika Rochelle Wagstaff,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
on my honor
on my honor
that I will respect and defend
that I will respect and defend
the Constitution and bylaws
the Constitution and bylaws
of the City of Los Angeles,
of the City of Los Angeles,
LGBTQ Employees Association,
LGBTQ Employees Association,
against all enemies,
against no enemy,
internal and external,
internal and external,
that I will seek change to the Constitution and bylaws
that I will seek change to the Constitution and bylaws
through the procedures described therein,
through the procedures described therein,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to said Constitution
to the said Constitution
and the general membership thereunder,
and a general membership thereof,
that I will hold the interests
that I will hold the interests
of the general membership above my own,
of the general membership above my own,
that I will hold the interests of the general membership
that I will hold the general interest of the membership
above the personal interests
above the personal interests
of other officers and directors,
of other officers and directors,
that and that I will administer my duties
and that I will administer my duties
without discrimination
without discrimination
among persons,
among persons,
and do equal right to the poor and to the rich,
and do equal right to the poor and the rich,
that I will advocate for the just interests,
that I will advocate for the just interests,
beliefs of the general members,
and belief of the general members,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will
and impartially
and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me,
all the duties incumbent upon me,
given the office
given the office
into which I'm about to enter,
into which I'm about to enter,
under the Constitution and bylaws
and under the Constitution and bylaws
of the City of Los Angeles,
of the City of Los Angeles,
Q Employees Association,
LGBTQ Employees
Association,
the Charter of the City of Los Angeles,
the Charter of the City of Los Angeles,
and the just laws of the State of California and the United States.
and the just laws of the State of California and the United States.
So help me.
So help me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Congratulations. You guys are all super official
you.
now on the board. We do have other openings on the board for anyone that anyone in the meeting might be aware of. A volunteer who would like to serve on the board, please go ahead and send them our way. And we, as has been previously mentioned, you do not need to be an LGBTQ plus community member. You can be a straight ally and more than welcome to serve on the board as well.
Yes.
Okay, so Shamika and Christian, are you ready to announce the winners?
Yes.
And I will start off. The winner of the EEO champion in the category CLIA member is Christian Hermita Lutz. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then
Yay.
Christian, would you like to announce the next winner?
I don't have any thing to read off of.
Okay, I will go through it quickly so people
Okay.
can
I
be on their way.
apologize.
So the EEO champion for private employer is Harbor Breeze Cruises, Inc. Congratulations, Harbor Breeze.
Congratulations.
The EEO champion for city employee is Caroline Menjivar. Congratulations, Caroline.
Woo.
The winner of the city elected EEO champion is Council Member Paul Koretz. Congratulations, Council Member. The winner of the federal elected EEO champion is Congresswoman Judy Chu. Congratulations, Judy. The winner of the federal private elected EEO champion is Los Angeles Federal Credit Union board member Sheldon Miller. Congratulations, Sheldon. The citywide elected EEO champion is City Attorney Mike Fuhrer. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you very much.
The private elected EEO champion is Ilario Ed Montero. Congratulations, Ed M. The state elected EEO champion is Bob Hertzberg. The state senator, Bob Hertzberg, congratulations.
Hey.
The countywide educator EEO champion is David Valla. Congratulations, David. The countywide elected EEO champion is Jeff Prang. Congratulations, Jeff. And the county educator EEO champion is Kelly Gonez. Congratulations, Kelly. And that's about it. So thank you very much, everyone. Congratulations, winners. We are proud
Ed,
to
excuse
recognize
me,
you.
I think we have one more. The county elected, did you say the county
Did we-
elected?
Yes. Did we get Hilda
For
Solis?
Hilda Solis.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. So for the reminder, the winner of the EEO champion countywide elected, let me try that again. Thank God we're going to record this and edit, right? You know, before we post it. The winner for the county elected is Supervisor Hilda Solis. Congratulations, Hilda.
Hey.
So thank you very much, all. Appreciate your patience with our multiple technical difficulties as we struggle to carry through during this pandemic with COVID, beta, Omicron, and all of that. So thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you continue in the struggle of diversity, equity, inclusion, and visibility. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Take
Ed.
care.
Thank you, Clea.
Thank you, everybody. It was great
Thank
seeing
you, everybody.
you.
all very
Take
much.
care.
Thank you,
Take
everyone.
care.
We will send out reminders for our events and programs, so just look out
Yes,
for that.
absolutely.
Thanks,
care.
everybody.
Great meeting, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice meeting y'all.
Thank you.
Take care.